Looking to take your racing to the next level? It takes speed and style. At Tier 1 Setup Shop, we'll help you hit the track with total confidence. We provide race-winning setups for all 3 eNASCAR series, Cup, Xfinity, and Trucks, plus a huge variety of asphalt oval cars. We've also brought that performance to the dirt. Winged and non-winged sprint cars, micro sprints, dirt midgets, all built by racers who know how to win. And now, get the perfect look, too. We offer professional wraps and graphics with Tier 1 wraps. Multiple feature artists make it easy to find a design to fit your exact needs and budget. Get what you need when you need it with individual setup purchases, or get full weekly access with a Tier 1 subscription. Tier 1 Setup Shop. You're more than a customer, you're part of the team.
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Drivers choose the charity. Talent chooses the winner. The culture is strong, but the competition is stronger. Most events focus on just one cause, not here. Each driver selects a charity to race for, leaving dozens of causes in contention as drivers fight for a place in the top 5.
Think you've got what it takes to join the Charity Cup Series? Find a cause you believe in and buckle up. This is more than your everyday sim racing experience. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Real quick, people stop the real quick cut. Double check the steering wheel.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
All out there. Nice and smooth. Let's get it all done all day long. Got a good feeling about today, guys.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
It's too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
He knew it was just a matter of time with Hunter Senior victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
Juicy Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.
As action wraps up from the real-world Dover Motor Speedway for today's NASCAR All-Star Race, we shift our attention to the virtual world for even more All-Star racing. This time with the Virtual Racing Association. It is a celebration of heritage in a new era in the series. It's a celebration of winners and champions in the VRA, and it's a celebration of racing as we get ready to see winners, champions from all different divisions getting ready to tackle the beast from the Southeast, America's home for racing, the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Hi everyone, I'm Davis Warren here on Fearless Broadcasting, and as we are getting ready to go racing for 100 laps here at the original 1.5-mile Speedway in some Generation 4 race cars. The highest horsepower of stock car on iRacing, paired with one of the tracks that best suits this race car as we get ready to kick off Coca-Cola 600 weekend, or I should say the entire week, with some virtual racing. We are wrapping up practice right now as we are getting ready to shift into open qualifying. Yes, it is a 10-minute open qualifying session here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. You can see just the distance in that last shot that the checkers are out on practice. There they are. As we've got the green flag now in the air. Waiting for cars to hit the racetrack. As let's go qualifying as a herd of thunder moses their way off of pit road, stops for the gas, and gets gets up to speed onto the racetrack. As we are underway, it looks like the 11 car is going to be the first to get to take a time. It's going to be Ryan Knight. Coming to take the green flag. He's the first on the racetrack. We will pay close attention to him for a lap as he rips around the top of the racetrack, probably getting the speed up, getting the heat in the tires. Probably got to make a run on lap number 2. Ripping the top of the racetrack through turns 3 and 4. And this is probably how you're going to see all these guys qualifying tonight. I'm going to mention he might be on his heater now. Yep, dives a little closer to the bottom of the racetrack, running the middle groove, bottom to middle. Getting chased by that Viagra car in the Mark Martin tribute. Going high in 3 and 4. Gonna potentially let this 6 car by. Let's take a look at current fastest man Logan Gill, who was the guy that was chasing down the 11. While we're watching qualifying, let's explain a little bit of the format for tonight. So we've got 100 laps here, 150 miles here around the 1.5 mile Charlotte Motor Speedway. There's going to be 2 fast repairs tonight. So if you don't know what that means, if you're new to iRacing, all that means is that if there's a wreck, if your driver is involved in an accident, they have got the opportunity for the server to essentially give them a new race car and say, hey, you know what, just this one's on us. You go back out there. Don't have to worry about fixing this car. You just get back going. And they get 2 chances at that, which is going to be a lot for a 100 lapper. Here at Charlotte. 3 sets of tires laying in the pit, so that's, we include the ones that they start the race on. That's going to be 4 sets of tires. So I'm going to imagine that the tire saving is not going to be much of a thing here. Although it could be surprised with how much horsepower is in these race cars. Could be easy to really use up these things pretty quickly. Now there were 30 total eligible drivers eligible for tonight's race. Not sure that everyone has, all 30 of those guys have made it out to the track tonight. But these are winners and champions from multiple different series. So we'll try to take a little bit of a dive into that. So a few different series that these guys are coming from tonight. So first would be the ARCA series, utilizing obviously the ARCA cars. The Truck series, again utilizing the trucks. The Dubby Cup series, which I believe utilizes the next gen cars. And then there's the Ed Burrell stock late model tour. utilizing what I would assume to be the late model stock and not the super late model. Yeah, late model stock. And then the Naku Challenge. I'm assuming that's how you say a road course series. Utilizes a few different race cars, including the Mazda MX-5, Cup car, the Porsche 911, and the GT3s, the Mercedes AMG GT3, Ford Mustang GT3, so GT3 racing and Mazda Cup racing. So different types of cars from that series, and then the O'Reilly series, utilizing the NASCAR O'Reilly series cars. So, a bunch of different divisions on display here tonight. Now, this is an all-star race, and a lot of all-star races you would think is going to be some, some gimmicks or something like that. Not tonight. There is no segment break, no stage break, or anything like that. There's no caution that will be inserted into this race just for the heck of it. Cautions are on, but will not be for nothing for just the fun of it. Sorry. So if you're watching tonight, looks like we got about 10 people watching right now. If you're watching, let us know in the chat. Definitely got a few people already letting us know. I'll get that pulled up. So yeah, going to be a big night of races. I'm definitely excited about this one. One of the best race cars in iRacing and, you know, just in the whole world, obviously. So, gonna be a big night. Walker Deck is on the provisional pole right now in that 48 Alex Bowman-esque race car. A few of the guys on the racetrack. Scott Sanderson, a veteran of the VRA, out on the track right now. He currently sits third in that 93 machine. Trying to get the quickest lap he possibly can. What is this one going to look like? Won't get him any further up the leaderboard as he's still third. Anthony Dobbins on the racetrack, and is that him? That's no. Anthony Dobbins is the 5 car in another Mark Martin tribute. Still digging on the bottom of the racetrack, and I think that's where you're going to want to be tonight. This place is going to be very gripped up. You're not going to have to worry about tire wear too much. I think this is going to be, it's going to be a bottom feeding track. Not to say the top groove won't work here whatsoever, particularly once a run gets going, but I think especially at the start and in these qualifying laps right now, this is where you're going to want to be. So Anthony Dobbins off of 4. Can he get it done? Don't think so. Tyler Starcher with a great comment there. Just needs to drive it a little harder, you know. checkers are out on the session. Got a good feeling this one's going to be a Walker deck pull. As that will wrap up qualifying. I do believe so. Let's get ready to go racing here tonight in the VRA All-Star Race. Starting on pole in the number 48 machine is going to be Walker Deck. Starting second will be the number 5 of Anthony Dobbins. Starting third, Scott in the 93, Scott Sanderson. Starting fourth in the number 6 car, it's Logan Gill. Starting fifth in the number 53 machine, there'll be Levi Landis. Starting sixth in the number 37 will be Paul Branish. Starting seventh in the number 4 car will be Chase Wilson. Starting eighth in the 56 will be Gavin C. Starting ninth in the 63 car will be Christian Pahud. Starting 10th in the number 8 it will be Jonathan Gregory. Starting 11th in the 99 will be Christopher Long. Starting 12th will be Randall Kahn. 13th in the 54 will be Jonathan Gann. 14th in the 33 machine will be Andy Snyder. Starting 15th in the number 2 will be Chance Cooper. 16th in the number 36 car, Tyler Sands. 17th in the 77 will be Cameron Crouch. 18th in the number 11 will be Ryan Knight. 19th in the number 22 car will be Trent Leach. And starting 20th in the 02 will be Tyler Stanley. 21st in the number 12 will be TJ Skinner. And rounding out the field in the number 9 will be Mark Simmons. This is going to be something. 100 laps, no gimmicks, just all-out racing at Charlotte Motor Speedway, as an all-star race should be. I'll say it. Let's get it. Let's go racing on VRA's All-Star Night. The field, anticipating the start of this one. Pace car is off as they roll into the start zone. Green flag in the air. We're All-Star Racing at Charlotte. As it was a difficult start for a lot of guys. Hard to get the power down with these Gen 4 race cars. Oh, trouble in the back, the 37 car. Oh, no. Tough lick for that machine. Looks like he just got a little loose off the corner. The caution is out. Let's take a look. That's all it was, just loose on the high side, cold tires. Oh, it just collects a few guys. So you guys are definitely thankful to have some fast repairs in this one. They'll bring it to pit road, get those fast repairs. I would assume. I don't know if you really want to worry about trying to save one to fix this thing. What a start to this one already. as it was indeed 2 Mark Martin Viagra cars all over the 48 Ally machined Walker Deck. It was Anthony Dobbins and Logan Gill that were haunting Walker Deck. Walker Deck definitely did not have an Ally at the start of that one. Now, something to note, caution laps do not count in this race tonight. So, the 100 laps we get, it's going to be green flag racing. So hopefully we'll be able to get more than one at a time. But these guys have been racing around for quite a while now. These guys definitely know how to race over multiple different platforms of gaming. VRA starting, as a lot of guys know, in Wreckfest, then making the transition over to Forza, NASCAR 25, and now iRacing with multiple different leagues, multiple different cars to race in this league, multiple different ways to get into the All-Star race. It's like we'll get the one to go this time. We'll double them up. And we'll give it another shot. So it is Walker Deck, your leader, Anthony Dobbins second, Scott Sanderson third, Logan Gill fourth, Levi Landis fifth, Chase Wilson sixth, Gavin C seventh, Christian Pahud eighth, Jonathan Gregory ninth, and Christopher Long. Kind of love all the paint schemes out tonight. It seems like there's a lot of doubles out there. Obviously, the 2 Mark Martin Viagra cars that we just talked about. We've got a couple of Hooters Brent Bodine cars out. I'm trying to see what else might be out here. Maybe it's just those 2 that are the duplicates. Thought I might have saw a second Circuit City race car, but I guess not. So let's give it a shot. Hopefully the tires are warmed up. Everybody will mind their P's and Q's. It might go like the All-Star race today. Maybe just after a lap 1 wreck, they will get going for a little bit longer. We can only hope, as pace car is off and we're back underway. Looked a little bit straighter from everyone on that restart. Walker Deck had a little bit better jump as well. But to the bottom, here comes Scott Sanderson. He's going to try to use the bottom of the racetrack to take the lead. Believe that's going to be where you're going to want to be in at least 3-4 as they're wrecking behind big time. The caution is back out. This might be a long night tonight, folks. Gets into the back of the 63. Let's take a look again. 63 is way up high on the racetrack, just trying to give as much room as possible. The 99 car just was not able to utilize his portion of the racetrack. It was Christopher Long who got up into the 63 of Christian Pahund. So they're now back on the racetrack. No lead change so far. So we are working lap number 3 on the night. Now, something to remember about these guys is in their relationship to these cars is that they are not regulars in these cars. At least on the VRA side of things. There is, as far as I know, there is no VRA Gen 4 Cup Series League. It is all current NASCAR race cars, along with the late model stock car, which I guess is a NASCAR car, and the road course side of things. So, it's a much different undertaking to try to race these 825 horsepower cars. It's the most horsepower, I believe, any cars in the VRA banner utilizes right now. Big jump from the 670 or even the 750 in some cases races with the next gen car. So a little bit to get used to. Looks like we're doubling up. We're going to try once more. So again, it's Walker Deck, your leader, Anthony Dobbins second, Scott Sanderson third, Logan Gill fourth, and Levi Landis in fifth. Now as we go on throughout the night, I'm going to try to jumping Landis. He's the all-time VRA wins leader. So, driver in the 53 car is definitely used to running up front. Well, they're 2 by 2 once again. Get ready to go racing. Pace car back off. Into the restart zone. And we're back underway. Another great jump for the 48 of Walker Deck. Here comes the 93 car trying to get a huge run as he's about to get ambushed. 3 wide for the lead. Who's going to make it stick? Anthony Dobbins on the high side. Here comes Scott Sanderson on the bottom. Sanderson's going to take the lead. First time at night, a lead change as 83 car wallops the wall going into turn number 1, but we keep it going. Now here comes the 5 car. Anthony Dobbins to the bottom of the racetrack. Scott Sanderson on top. Sanderson's going to make that top line work, and I'm going to tell you, that's impressive. That's a hard thing to do when everyone's used to running the bottom of the racetrack, as you can see Anthony Dobbins is doing right now. But I can tell you, if you can make the top of this racetrack work, which is a possibility, it is not like out of the question. It is a very viable groove here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, but the shorter way around is always preferred, as long as it works. Scott Sanderson is making the top work. He's making the momentum work for him, as he is holding on right now. Anthony Dobbins doing everything he can to try to get to him. Battle for third. Logan Gill on the bottom of Walker's deck. Side by side for the third position. Car coming back out onto the racetrack. This is about to become a battle for the second position, and maybe even the lead. 6 car is gonna get clear. Logan Gill shoves his car in front of the 48. His eyes are now set on second as he goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Anthony Dobbins throws a little bit of a block. 4 cars under 100 for the race. It's something interesting about these race cars right now with in iRacing. The draft on these Gen 4s, I'm just going to say, is very broken. It is so drafty, where you will get a monster run on the car in front of you in almost any situation. As you see, the 48 car of Walker Deck gets that run. He's going to take the 3rd spot away from Logan Gill. And here comes the 5 on the inside of Scott Sanderson. Anthony Dobbins to the bottom of the racetrack. Side by side for the race lead. Sanderson's going to hold on for now. But it is a 4-car battle, 5-car battle for this lead. And it's a long race, guys. They are battling as if we have a stage break coming up. Scott Sanderson holds on for now, gets the top of the racetrack rolling for him. And if he's making that line work, he's going to be a tough guy to pass. You can get the draft, you can get a good run, you can get whatever, but if you are not clear of him, essentially by the center of the corner, you are not going to clear him. Caution is out as we work lap number 10. Let's take a look. Oh, we just had a big old crash. Holy cow, what is happening? Or was that something else? No. Oh, no. Ty Stanley just gets, I don't want to say dumped. There's a little bit of contact in the middle of the corner. He goes low to try to, Ty Stanley goes low just to try to avoid some carnage that's occurring in front of him. But just gets a little bit of a hook from the 131. Looks like that is Randall Kahn. So 10 laps complete. Scott Sanderson. I think he's going to be a hard car to beat tonight. You might have to out-strategize this guy as we see I believe the 83 car, 53 car, excuse me, jump and Landis jumps to pit road along with a few other guys, where he had some big contact a little bit earlier going into turn number 1. So 10 laps down. Sanderson, Dobbins, Deck, Gill, C, your top 5. Gregory, Wilson, Snyder, Gann, and Cooper, your top 10. This is going to be an interesting one. So I'm very curious to see how the tires are wearing out. We won't really know that, I'll say, till the end of the race, but the track is very gripped up right now as we are coming to the one to go, I believe. Doubling up. Very cool night tonight in the sim. 73 degrees. Partly cloudy. 50% humidity. There is a lot of grip in this racetrack, so that's going to make for some very interesting ways as to how you can attack this race. Imagine you're going to just be on kill the whole time. A lot of you're going to be pushing a lot. Again, there's kind of a lot of grip in this racetrack to begin with. Obviously, the temperatures are going to help you out. Plus, you've got so many tires. In the pits. It's gonna be interesting to see how hard these guys push. Pace car back off. So we'll try it once again. Green flag. Sanderson with the jump. Doubling up. Going to see if they can take a shot at Scott Sanderson. Sanderson's still your leader. He is pulling away, ripping the top of the racetrack. Goes a little bit to the bottom now. Let's see if he can take a little bit of a short. Trying to get side by side for second. But here comes Dobbins. Gonna try to get the run. But he's getting chased down by his twin of Hill. Side by side for second. Off of turn 2. Dobbins, Gill trying to get the second spot, trying to take the position to be able to pounce on the race lead. Gill's going to get it. Now he's got his sights set on Scott Sanderson. And he looks real good on the bottom of the racetrack. Bottom is really starting to come in. As Gill's going to have a run. Logan Gill is running that true Mark Martin line. We always saw Mark, whenever the repave came in with this track, you saw a lot of guys really start to try to use the top of the racetrack. Mark Martin was a guy who said, nope, I'm running the bottom of this track. That is the way around Charlotte Motor Speedway. That is what Gill is doing right now. He's going to get a run. and maybe get the momentum on the top that Sanderson has dominated tonight so far. He goes to the bottom, not going to be able to make it work with a little bit of an awkward entry into turns 3 and 4. Sanderson's still your leader, but here comes Gill. Logan Gill to the bottom, got a nose under the 93. Side by side down the back straightaway. Who's going to have the advantage? Typically in turn 3 and 4, it's the bottom that you want to be in. But Sanderson's been so good on the top of the racetrack tonight. Gill's so good at the bottom. Oh, they get together. But they keep going. Sanderson leads that lap. But Gill is still digging. Logan Gill at the bottom of the racetrack. Doing everything he can to take advantage of his position. This is like two prime offenses going up against each other. As Gill's going to take the lead, he makes it work on the bottom. New leader, Logan Gill. Caution is out once again. Let's take a look. Oh, no. So it started a little before that. And same group of guys. It's the exact same thing. 37 car. Oh, my gosh. Gets into the 54 car at first. All ripping the top of the race. And it looks like 37 just boots the 54 out of the way. In the 53 is right there. Trying to avoid it, but just gets tangled up with that. As does the 9 car. Those being Jonathan Gann and Paul Branish, who kind of started that one. Then Jumpin' Landis, Mark Simmons both get involved as well. Front of that car flopping off this thing. We're on lap 19. Leaders still don't come to pit road. At least if the front ones don't. Here comes one taker. doubled up, getting ready to go racing here once again. Looks like Sanderson has chosen the top of the racetrack. For this restart, wants to take advantage of the groove that he is best at. That's going to put the 6 car in the groove that he is best at. So this is going to be quite the battle. Again, like I said earlier, this is just like two great offensive football teams getting to go head to head and see who's the better offense in their respective skill set. Pace car is off. Into the restart zone, and we're back underway. Great jump for Logan Gill. Caution back out. Let's see what it's for this time. Oh, wow. 22 car just decided to ignore the 56. My goodness. Like, driving like his hood was up the whole time. Check that one again. My goodness. 54 car just looks, I mean, actually, that's what it looks like. I'm not going to say he did that on purpose or not, but he hooked him. Yeah, I don't know if he was just trying to make the corner or didn't know the 56 was there, but my gosh. As this 22 car Jeff Gordon tribute of, it's like Trent Leach, hope I'm saying that right. Had to get some stuff taken care of there. No one pits this time as we work lap number, I believe, 21. So Gil, now your leader. Ty standard leader, but he might have just towed to the pits and was but Logan Gill, your leader, Scott Sanderson second, Anthony Dobbs third, Walker Deck fourth, Jonathan Gregory now has worked that 8 car into the top 5. Don't know if you ever saw a lot of Jeff Gordon intentionally wrecking people. Not saying it didn't happen. I was a Jeff Gordon fan. I definitely saw it happen. But that was interesting. Not sure if there was some ongoing beef there or what. And if that was intentional, like, that was a crazy place to try to do that. Like, it's, I would say, an impressive spot to try to turn someone. I don't know. I'm speculating. I'm just trying to stir up drama since I'm the broadcaster, you know. Doubling up once again. Logan Gill, the race leader. Scott Sanderson in second. Now, a little bit of a scoring issue here. I believe showing Ty Snelson, or Ty Stanley, sorry, Ty Stanley the leader. We'll see what happens when we go green. Caution laps are not counting, so that might be the reason. Showing a little bit of a different lineup, but I'm just going to reset itself. Once we go back green, as we will do right now, pace car back to pit road. Rolling through the restart zone, and we are back underway. Logan Gill with another great jump on the bottom of the racetrack. The front spread out a little bit more this time. Logan Gill might have gotten a little contact from the wall there. So work lap 21.2. Scott Sanderson tried to get a toe off of the 6 to regain that spot, to regain the race lead. Side by side, the two Hooters cars all the way back in the 6th position. Christopher Long gets the spot from Chase Wilson. Chase Wilson going to drop back. Now, I believe 8th is Christian Hudd's going to get the 7th spot, at least side by side with them. Ooh, a lot of cars hit the wall back there. Now for 5th, starting to shape up as the 99. Jonathan Gregory in the 8, Christopher Long in the 99. Christopher Long creeping up on that Dale Jr. scheme as there's trouble in the back. 2 cars, the 33 and the 4, get together. That's going to bring out the caution, I believe. Not yet. We stay green for now. Admins must be wanting to get this race going a little bit. Side by side for the 5th position. Jonathan Gregory trying to get by the 99 of Christopher Long. Can't make it work this time. Oh! A-car gets in the wall. Decent amount. That's going to reduce some time on the 99. Logan Gilt with a huge lead now. biggest lead of the night we've seen so far. Working lap 29. You might have some lap traffic to deal with here coming up in that car that just wrecked. Wilson going to give way to Logan Gill. And presumably the rest of the field, as I believe, as the 4 car just blew up. I believe that's what I heard. Chase Wilson. Motor just expired on that one. And he's got a fast repair that he can use, but he's got to use it under green now. If he still has it. Check this out. Christopher Long taking the long way around the speedway, running the very high, very top groove, ripping the fence, ripping the boards. At least he was in 3 and 4. This might be the battle to watch now. Battle for 6, Jonathan Gregory trying to hang on, hold off Christian Pahud. Pahud getting a challenge from Levi Landis. Landis is going to take the spot. He's going to jump his way into the 7th position. Jumping Landis. Trying to get by Jonathan Gregory. Well, Gregory gets involved just a little bit. Here comes Landis. Landis is going to take the 6th spot. And if he can pull away, the tire wear might be starting to become a factor now. We're wondering what that might be like tonight with how much grip is being offered to these guys through various different ways. Battle for 3rd, potentially starting to shape up. Pole sitter Walker Deck trying to hunt down Anthony Dobbins. These two were up front earlier in this race. Working lap 35 of 100. 34.5% of the way. Dobbins to the top. Deck to the bottom. Says bottom deck. I wouldn't say that, but you could. Field very spread out now, realizing that this is a little bit of a long race, and these guys definitely need to get to the finish of this thing before they can compete for it. As the great Dick Trickle said, in order to finish first, you must first finish. But the battle for 3rd heating up. Walker Deck to the top of the racetrack. Going to try to get the run down the hill. And get a run on the 5. Anthony Dobbins under pressure. Down to the bottom of the racetrack is Walker Deck. Can he make the bottom work? Can Dobbins make the top work? I believe the 48's going to have a little bit of an advantage. He's got the shorter way around. He might have the faster race car. He's got the draft. But the 5's going to hang on. Anthony Dobbins for now. Deck trying to get another run. Can't quite make it work this time. Anthony Dobbins in control for the time being of that 3rd spot. just talking about, Levi Landis. Jumping Landis has been jumping his way into the top 5 now. He's going to try to set his sights on Walker Deck, but that is going to be a long distance. He is about 2 seconds, a little over 2 seconds away from that position. Battle for third still heating up. Deck is going to try to hold his ground, not try to react to what the 5's doing. Not try to be in a different spot. Sometimes it's best just to run the best line you can run, no matter where the guy in front of you is at. There's a lap car, 33 of Anthony Snyder with the fresher tires, gonna try to break up this battle a little bit. Gonna put this battle on pause for just a second. Snyder getting through, at least through Deck. Bottom of the racetrack. Oh, there's some trouble somewhere. Looks like everyone is okay for now. But Dobbins was extremely high. You can tell he got kind of tight in that corner. But he gets a huge run. He makes it work. Ripping the boards, ripping the top. 33 car clear. The battle is back on for the third spot and maybe for the second spot. Coming to lap 43 out of 100. There is a lot to deal with lap traffic-wise. 54 car into the wall. Some cars are off the pace, some are ahead of the pace when it comes to these leaders. And these guys got to make sure to remember who is doing what in 33 car. Trying to get his lap back. He had to pit under green. He was involved in a wreck earlier. He's going to try to get one of his laps back the hard way by using up those Goodyear tires. Ripping the top of the racetrack. Simply the spot where the 93 is not going to get the run. 93 going to try to just let him go because he knows he's got some challenges behind him. Because here comes Anthony Dobbins ripping the top of the racetrack once again, really starting to figure out how to make the high line work. I believe Jumpin' Landis has now made his way into the 4th spot. Might have lost Walker Deck. Oh, problems for Walker Deck. He's on pit road now. We missed that. But no caution. Tough night for the pole sitter, Walker Deck. Hopefully he can potentially get his lap back in some form or fashion. Now I should also mention there is going to have to be a green flag pit stop. These guys, you know, it's a full tank of fuel, but it's still 100 laps. These guys can't pull 100 laps on a tank of fuel. So Walker Deck trying to play the long game here. Short pit. Put the tires on this thing and track these guys down as quick as he possibly can. That's going to be a move to try to get the race lead away from Logan Gill. Battle for second, still starting to heat up. Scott Sanderson in control for now, but take a look at Landis. He's been working his way through the field methodically. every car that has been in front of him position-wise, he has been able to catch. So look out for this guy. If he can get past the 5 of the 93, don't count him out for a race win. I think he's going to have a real shot at this thing because he is tracking the entire field down this entire night. He had a little bit of issues earlier in the race. All-time wins leader in VRS. Caution is out, and oh man, that's going to be a tough break for the 48. Walker Deck, he'll get the free pass, it looks like, but oh man. Let's take a look. Jonathan Gregory in the 8 car. Heading to pit road. Oh, no. No. Oh, you hate to see that. That is not the way you want to see a caution come out. Oh. Jonathan Gregory looked like he was hanging up for the night, but gosh, you got to get the pit road, man. Any iRacers out there, you got to get the pit road. Do not just stop on the racetrack if you can help it. Because that just screwed up a whole cycle. And for nothing. Ugh. We made it to lap 49. So once we restart this thing, we will be halfway. Now I'm going to imagine these guys are going to want some tires. Just my hunch. They're going to want some tires, some fuel. Fix whatever damage they can. Here they come to pit road. Gill's going to lead the way. Got a nice little gap on the 93 car. If he can have a solid stop, he should retain the race lead. Would be interested to see if someone tries 2 tires here. Don't know how much the left sides are really wearing out tonight. They're going to have 50 laps to have to make. See what happens. I like the 6 cars' chances here. Filling it up on fuel. He's going to win the race off pit road. And look at Landis. Jumping Landis jumps his way to 3rd. Every opportunity he gets to pass a car, he is doing it tonight. Look out for that 53 machine. No one stayed on the racetrack. So Logan Gill will be your leader. A few wave around cars. Quite a few wave around cars, including Walker Neck, who's still in 10th, by the way. So if he gets a caution, he's back in this thing, but gosh, you just got to feel for the reason he got trapped a lap down. That is just not the way you want it to happen. I'm sure there might be some choice words for I believe in the 99 car who brought that caution out, or the 8 car, I believe. Sorry. Lights are off on the race car. Lap traffic taking the wave around here. As you see, the field is very short right now. So it is Logan Gill, your leader. Scott Sanderson second. Jumpin' Levi Landis 3rd. Gavin C. 4th. Anthony Dobbins 5th. Paul Branish 6th. Randall Kahn 7th. Ty Stanley 8th. Christian Pahud 9th. And Walker Deck, who just got the wave around, is in 10th. Looks like the lap traffic has caught the field. They are single file behind the pack as the pace car is off once again. And we'll go racing again in Charlotte. There's contact in the back. That might extend the caution. We'll see. They keep it green for now. Caution's out. Let's just look, because we know where this one started. My goodness. The waiver on cars we were just talking about. Looks like the 77 checks up. I'd say a little much. That might be a lot to check up. Then again, 33 car. I don't want to say he was aggressive. I think he was just trying to get the jump you're supposed to get. Oh, man. It just causes a chain reaction. 48 car of deck just gets by. That's going to be a huge break for him. He's going to be able to come get some tires and not have to restart behind lap traffic. A couple of back-to-back silly cautions, I'll call it. I do declare. I believe we'll be coming to the one to go this time by. Logan Gill, still your leader. Now pay attention. This is 53. Levi jumping Landis. Didn't quite get the opportunity to make anything work on that restart just now, but watch out for him to be jumping. As we're now in the back half of this VRA All-Star race. As it has been an all-star night. Pace car coming to pit road right here. Sharp left turn. slightly more uniform. Coming to the restart as we're back underway. Gill with another great jump. Side by side for second. Here comes Landis to the bottom of the racetrack on Sanderson. Side by side. And what did we say? Look out for Landis. Landis digging hard in the third position. It's come from the back all the way to a podium spot as one car is in the wall back there. Landis getting a run. And Scott Sanderson. Big run. Almost, I think Landis had to check up a little bit and had to react a little bit in order to not hit the 93 car. That's going to mess him up just a little. But he'll regroup going into turns 3 and 4. Early apex for him as well on that one. But he maintains as Tomato Dobbins to the bottom, trying to get the third position back. Landis to the potential bottom, trying to hold off the fourth spot, trying to get the second spot. Tight spot for jumping Landis. Now he's side by side, potentially losing the spot to Tomato Dobbins. The Flying Tomato on the bottom of the racetrack. Off of turn 2. Landis going to get the run, so hold on to it. Landis hangs on for now, still trying to get that second spot away from Scott Sanderson. If he can put together a few laps on his own, I think he's got the confidence to get by. Tried the bottom of the racetrack, couldn't make it work there. Having to play defense with Tomato Dobbins. Dobbins to the bottom, through the dog leg. And this is a tough spot for Landis right now, because you know in your mind you are faster than that 93 car of Scott Sanderson, but you've got the 5 car of Dobbins hounding behind you. You know he's just as good, but you're trying to take care of the business ahead of you while not having to put yourself in a worse position from cars behind you. Challenge for the 4th position. Dobbins getting challenged by Gavin C. Gavin C., his first time in the top 5 tonight, having a great run and a great recovery. Was turned by 22 car a little bit earlier in the race as they are side by side for second. Give the spot to Landis. Landis is going to take that away, and you got to wonder what is he going to be able to do now that he's got the clean air. Ripping the top of the racetrack. Is he going to lose the spot? They're touching off the corner. Digging hard, trying to protect the bottom of the racetrack. Both of those guys are. The apexes are looking very early right now amongst these guys. 4 cars under a blanket now for the second position. I got a feeling this 53 is about to check out and maybe set his eyes on the lead. Here comes Dobbins to the bottom for the 3rd position. Can't quite make it work as of right now. Sanderson holds on. Sanderson trying to get that spot back, trying to get back to second position. Can't quite make it work as of yet, but he's got the monster draft off the 53 car. He's going to get a run. Bottom of the racetrack, side by side for second. 53 car might get the run off the corner. He's going to. He'll hold on for now. And look who's in fourth. Gavin C. making a later charge to the front of this pack. We don't know what he's capable of as of yet. Coming to lap 63. Still side by side. Here comes Gavin C. Trying to part the C's through these two cars. He's going to get the third spot away from Landis. Amazing battle for the second spot. Here comes Gavin C. Going to try to get a run on the 93 car. Sanderson hangs on for now. And look who's in the fifth spot. Walker Deck has worked his way from being a lap down, being trapped a lap down, trying to work his way into the fourth spot. Levi Landis might be a bit of a short run type of car for right now. Logan Gill still your leader comfortably. Scott Sanderson trying to hang on to the second spot. Gavin C. has worked his way up from the back to the third position now. Walker Deck went from a lap down and is now in the fourth spot. And Levi Landis trying to hang on to this top five group and see what he can do to pounce on any opportunity. Here comes Gavin C. Can't make it work this time by. Scott Sanderson, he might not be the fastest tonight, but he is showing why he is still one of the best that the Virtual Racing League has ever seen. Now, still a big lead for Logan Gill right now, but that lead not as big as it's been tonight. You could say that this pack might be trying to catch him just a little bit. Coming to lap 68. Niagara car is charging hard on lap 69. You can clip that. Three wide for the third spot, at least from a distance. Should be the fourth spot. Very impressed with this run by Walker Deck and Bolsager to make the best of a situation. Get back to his running spot. So he's going to have a big challenge in that position. Side by side once again for fourth. Tomato Dobbins to the bottom of the racetrack. Gonna get clear of Deck. Now, what could Deck do with that slipstream, that extreme slipstream that these cars have right now? Davidsey looking very comfortable in that third spot right now. Obviously, he wants more, but having a great in a great spot for a great run. It is a non-point tonight. There's nothing on the line for this one other than bragging rights, but it's got to feel good to be up front, especially after the type of night that he's been having. And still challenging for that second spot. You never know what could happen here. Levi Landis trying to make a recovery on the bit of the backsliding he did earlier. Trying to pounce on Walker. Deck to the bottom. He's driving the wheels off of that thing. Side by side. Landis trying to get the position back away from Deck. On the bottom of the racetrack. Tyler Sands having a great run as well. He's starting to charge. In that 36 car, haven't talked about him a lot tonight. He's going to see if he can take a top 5 run here. These guys battling hard for a spot. And check this out. Scott Sanderson has kept his composure after leading a bit of this race tonight and is maybe starting to track down the 6 car. He definitely is. He was at 1.1 seconds away not too long ago. Now only about 3/4 of a lap behind. This is not over yet. As soon as he can get a bit of a slipstream and he manages that properly, it's going to be interesting to see what he can do. Two drivers tonight have ran the fastest lap. One is your leader, Logan Gill. The other, get this, is the 02 of Ty Stanley. They both ran a 29.48 tonight. Now, my timing and scoring is not showing who wins the tiebreaker on that, but interesting couple of drivers to have the fastest lap here. But that just shows the effects of what the draft is doing in these cars right now. And I'm not really saying that's a good thing for the overall health of this car. Don't believe that's accurate to how these Cup cars were racing back in 2003 in the early 2000s of NASCAR Cup Series racing. But you gotta remember, dealing with traffic, you're almost kind of running a heavy Indy car driving these things right now. When you're in traffic, you gotta make sure you're managing the throttle. Making sure you lift it and get into the corner properly. Once you're in clean air, you can give it a little bit more throttle. And that's not a great thing. has been about the same the past few laps between leader Logan Gill and second place Scott Sanderson. Gap might be growing just a little bit. Gavin C. hanging on in third. Anthony Dobbins has really solidified him a spot in fourth. He's going to see what he can do for a third position tonight. Tyler Sands has worked his way up to the fifth spot. What we just talked about earlier. Could this guy have a comeback run? Gotta wonder who's got the best tires as we work lap 82. A lot of guys really spread out right now. Landis continuing to fall back just little by little. That 33 car is not for position. Andy Snyder once again trying to get a lap back the hard way. Landis going to try to let him go. Randall Kahn in the top 10 in that 131 machine. Having a solid night. Christian Bahud trying to get that spot from him. Bahud to the top. Trying to get the run. Gonna try to make the outside work. To the top. Oh, Bahud gets into the wall just slightly. That's gonna allow Randall Kahn to hang on to the seventh position for just a little longer. Bahud gonna try to get another run down the hill onto the back straightaway with the toe. Hopefully his car is not bent up too much after that contact. Action for third. Tomato Dobbins gets by Gavin C. Anthony Tomato Dobbins has worked his way back into a podium position. Trying to see what kind of speed he's going to have for these leaders. As he is pulling away in the 33. Going to try to get around him as well. Trying to get those laps back. Coming to lap 87. Logan Gill trying to hold off a little bit of lap traffic. 77 gonna try to get his lap back. Cameron Crouch and that Carson Hocevar trying to ride the Dente back to the lead lap. Scott Sanderson still having a very solid night. I believe the gap has grown a little bit more. It's now a 1.5 second lead between Gill and Sanderson. Sanderson hoping for a caution. He wants an opportunity to have a little bit of a short run on him as he's going to battle a lap car. Try to keep him a lap down. Hopefully he doesn't battle too hard on this one. Andy Snyder might have the most passes on tonight. Just problem is I don't think any of them are going to count. He's got his eyes set on getting a lap back. We're curious to see what Tyler Sands can do. 1.4 seconds off of Gavin Sue. Not sure what he'll be able to do. I don't know. Walker Deck has gone a lap down once again. Not sure what that is about, but Landis is back to 6. Get a challenge from Randall Kahn. Less than 10 laps to go. Logan Gill has put on an absolute clinic tonight. Working lap 92. Lap car with fresher tires behind. Gonna hopefully just let him go. The Mark Martin machine letting the Harry Gant, sort of Harry Gant machine, go on the top side. Smart move by Gill. Just thinking back to earlier in this race when Sanderson and Gill were battling for the race lead. I said that going into this race, I thought the bottom was going to be the place to be. And I think Logan Gill has made that bottom work better than anything. He has really figured out how to apex the corner well in 3 and 4 as he does right there, and he knows how to get back onto the front. Tough thing to do with these high horsepower stock cars. Lap 95. Coming to 5 laps to go. This time by 5.5 right now. Scott Sanderson has given it all he has got. There's another lap car, pole sitter of Deck, getting by the 5. Tomato Dodson. Hey, I don't know if y'all are hearing that. It sounds to me that the 6 car is shutting off his car going into the corner. At least at turn 1. Maybe I'm hearing things, but I'm just wondering if that is a part of the strategy. Save some fuel. This guy should be final fuel, I believe. Four to go. It'll be 3 to go this time by. Yep, 3 laps to go. And Logan Gill capped off a perfect night. Well, not a perfect night, but an extremely good night. Has been the class of the field. Has driven that diagonal car very hard. 2 to go. What do you do with the lap car here? Walker Deck might try to just hold him off. Field very spread out. Here as we come to the white flag, Logan Gill's going to have a little bit of lap traffic to have to deal with. White flag is in the air. Logan Gill, if he can just hang on. Car in the wall behind. Guys are racing him very hard for the race leader on the last lap. Dak's going to try to get his lap back. On the top of the racetrack, Gill's going to let him go. Because he has dominated tonight. Logan Gill is going to win the VRA All-Star race at Charlotte. Whale of a run for Logan Gill as Scott Sanderson is second. Anthony Dobbs in third. Gavin C. fourth. Christian Pahud has worked his way all the way back to the 5th position. What a great run at the end for him. Paul Branish had a great charge late to get 6th. Randall Kahn 7th. Levi Landis jumped back to the 8th position. Walker Deck is, I believe, just now finished his race. He's going to be in 9th, getting his lap back. And then Tyler Sands had a great run going in 10th. But how about Logan Gill, ladies and gentlemen? Burn it down. Probably the only time you'll see a Mark Martin car do a burnout. Big night for that guy. Gill got his way into this all-star race just from his win at Kansas in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. And I believe that is the only thing that got him in, I think. As he has dominated this race tonight. He got the lead and never looked back. Had a big battle with Scott Sanderson earlier in the race. And again, just did not even use that rear view mirror. What a night. As we take a look at the results. Again, it's Logan Gill, your winner. Scott Sanderson second. Anthony Dobbins third. Gavin C. fourth. Christian Pahud in 5th. Paul Branish 6th. Randall Kahn 7th. Levi Landis in 8th. Walker Deck 9th. Tyler Sands in 10th. Tyler Stanley in 11th. Chance Cooper 12th. Chase Wilson 13th. Trent Leitch 14th. Cameron Crouch 15th. Andy Snyder in 16th. Christopher Long 17th. Ryan Knight 18th. Jonathan Gregory 19th. Jonathan Gann in 20th. Mark Simmons 21st. And rounding out the field in the 22nd spot is T.J. Skinner. Well, I think that'll do it. I don't know of a way to get any interviews from these guys. I'm not seeing anything in the Discord to where I'll be able to do that, as far as I'm aware. So, I believe that will do it tonight. And I thank you guys, thank you all for tuning in to Fearless Broadcasting Night, hanging out with me for this all-star night. It has been a big battle with a lot of big names. If you're looking for some great racing, try to join VRA for some great racing action in a lot of different divisions. Well, my name is Davis Warren. This has been a presentation by Fearless Broadcasting. And we'll see you at the next race. Good night, everybody.
Looking to take your racing to the next level? It takes speed and style. At Tier 1 Setup Shop, we'll help you hit the track with total confidence. We provide race-winning setups for all three eNASCAR series, Cup, Xfinity, and Trucks, plus a huge variety of asphalt oval cars. We've also brought that performance to the dirt. Winged and non-winged sprint cars, micro sprints, dirt midgets, all built by racers who know how to win. And now, get the perfect look, too. We offer professional wraps and graphics with Tier 1 wraps. Multiple feature artists make it easy to find a design to fit your exact needs and budget. Get what you need when you need it with individual setup purchases or get full weekly access with a Tier 1 subscription. Tier 1 Setup Shop. You're more than a customer, you're part of the team.
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Drivers choose the charity. Talent chooses the winner. The culture is strong, but the competition is stronger. Most events focus on just one cause, not here. Each driver selects a charity to race for, leaving dozens of causes in contention as drivers fight for a place in the top 5.
Think you've got what it takes to join the Charity Cup Series? Find a cause you believe in and buckle up. This is more than your everyday sim racing experience. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Real quick, people stop the real quick cut. Double check the steering wheel. Controller.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Nice and smooth. Let's get it all done all day long. Got a good feeling about today, guys.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
It's too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
He knew it was just a matter of time. Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa. Juicy Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.